He called it again, I'm sure. He walked up and he goes, "Can you believe, Coach? We're going to the Super Bowl." And they did it. They beat Mahomes at home.
Well, that divisional round was crazy because every single game was decided with a scoring play on the final play of the game, and then it continued today in Kansas City with the Bengals coming from behind 21-3 in a game-winning field goal by their rookie kicker, Evan McPherson, and the Bengals are headed to the Super Bowl. They'll be the home team here at SoFi Stadium in 2 weeks, guys, as the Rams will be visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. The early odds are out, and the Rams are 3.5-point favorites. So, guys, let me hear your thoughts on this matchup. What stands out to you, and do you think the 3.5-point spread is about accurate, Jackie?
I'll tell you exactly what stands out to me. 2 weeks ago, not 6 weeks ago, but 2 weeks ago, the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line allowed 9 sacks. 9 sacks, which means they're depending on their quarterback, Joe Burrow, to make plays from the pocket. And this is where the Rams' defensive front are going to feast on these guys. They don't have an offensive lineman there that can match up with Aaron Donald one-on-one. They can't double Aaron Donald. They can't take Von Miller out. They can't take the other kid out. There are too many pass rushers on the Rams' defensive front for this weak, hobbled, and inept offensive line to block. So the Rams are going to cut through them like a hot knife through butter.
Wow. So you're taking the Rams minus the 3.5.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
What about you, Vince? Are you as confident?
Well, I tell you what, Zach Taylor's done a great job. Joey Burrow is a comeback kid. I mean, this kid has nerves of. I mean, he's just so comfortable back there. And today their defense played well again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They sacked Mahomes 4 times. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're with myriad of different fronts that they use. The bear, the 6-man line. So they're capable of coming here and causing a disruption. Sure, Obviously, they're in the Super Bowl. This is a good team.
Vince,
so,
come on.
But I'm telling you,
what are you talking about? You got to be out of your mind.
Well, I'm telling you, this kid went on to win the national championship. He's in the league now. No one ever figured he would do as good as he's done.
I'm going to tell you right now, Aaron Donald's going to be
don't overlook these guys.
This guy, they don't have one guy on that offensive line that can block him.
Well, we'll see.
If you think Aaron Donald has been motivated to this point to get to where he is and is not going to have another gear to kick it up to, you are fooling yourself. Mm-hmm. I can remember like it was yesterday, sitting down in the bleachers and watching Reggie White set the NFL sack record for a Super Bowl, just thumping guys because he was motivated to be there, and he was a great pass rusher. Great pass rushers like these guys, like Von Miller. I bet the same thing was on his mind when he became the MVP in the Super Bowl.
Well, Jackie, what happened today? They only sacked one time, and then the Rams, how many times did they sack Garoppolo today?
Well, I think he got the ball out quick today, quicker than he normally.
Well,
but I'm going to tell you,
they're going to do the same thing.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I would wager a small fortune on the fact that Aaron Donald has a great opportunity to be the MVP of this game. His presence is going to be felt and talked about the entire game long. And whoever the offensive lineman are with Cincinnati being, they are hoping right now that their offensive coordinator can come up with some plan to help them neutralize this guy.
Don't forget, Zach Taylor was here, Jackie.
We certainly hope you're right, Jackie. But let's not
sure.
forget what the Bengals have done this season, and especially late in the season, knocking
They've
off the
surprised
number
a
1
lot
seed,
of
knocking off the
teams.
number 2 seed. So they're a formidable opponent. I just hope the Rams are not as overconfident as you are as they approach this game.
I'm just telling you what I see.
All right, we're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we're going to be joined by 3-time Super Bowl champion LeGarrette Blount. That's next, right here on Sports Wrap. Another special guest, LeGarrette Blount, a 3-time Super Bowl champion, is here with us on the field. LeGarrette, so good to see you. What brings you here today to the NFC Championship game?
Hey, man, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it. I just came here to support, Odell, Vaughn, all those guys. Obviously, I played with Stafford my last year in the league, so I just came here to support these guys, man. I want to see O win, man. I know he's been going through it, with going, back and forth with it with Cleveland, and finally landing in a place where they really appreciate him and use him for, for how good he really is. So I just came here to just support him and support the Rams and just make sure I'm here and let him know. Show him this right here as motivation.
How did you take that through airport security?
Wait a minute. So we're sitting here shooting doing the earlier show, and I see him standing over there. And I said, I know that guy. And then he raised his hand up. I said, I know that ring. Get him over here.
Hey, Jackie, Garrett looks like he can still move the pile.
Yeah.
And I know a team that could use him, too. What about the Rams, man? I'll tell you what. You can use another Super Bowl ring with Garrett. That would be great to have you, man.
Hey, they give me the amount of time from here to the time that they play the game, I might can give them 10 carries. 4 or 5 of those got to be on the goal line.
That's right.
You know, one of the things I want to ask you, Kyle mentioned it. You're a 3-time Super Bowl champion. You know how difficult that is. Vince and I, we played in one, we didn't win it. It's a very difficult thing to do.
Yes, sir.
If you were to think about the Rams right now, and the one thing that you would almost insist that they do from this point on, what would that be?
Man, you know Cooper gonna do his thing. You know Odell gonna do his thing. And I just say you got to run the ball better. You just got to run the football better. You got good backs in Cam Akers and Sony Michel. You got to be able to run the football better because at the end of the day, that's what's going to get you the best opportunity to win the game. Obviously, the Cincinnati Bengals are a pretty good offense. In order to beat teams like that, you got to keep them off the field. Running the football speeds the game up, gives you the best chance to win. If you go out there and you rush for 100+ yards, I like the Rams to win this game.
How about that?
And it would be nice to have a power back, too. I'll tell you, with those two other guys.
But the Rams have what it takes, in my opinion. How much, in your opinion, does the variety of plays that you use when running the ball matter?
It matters a lot. Well, the one thing I say, one thing that I saw that they did a lot today was a lot of motion, and it kind of put them in trouble because they're snapping the ball with 0 seconds left on the clock. That's delay of game waiting to happen. All it takes is the official to look at it once, and then they're going to just continue to look at it for the rest of the game. So whenever you get those motions and stuff involved in the run game, to see, obviously if they're in man or zone, I say that's one of the things that they'd have to do a lot less of, so that they can still diagnose what kind of defense these guys are in, and not have to worry about depending on the motion to determine that.
LA Rams already installed as 3.5-point favorites to beat the Bengals.
Okay.
Agree with that?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's going to be a little bit more than 3.5, but I agree with that.
Garrett, great to have you with us. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I appreciate it, man. It's always a
All
pleasure.
right, we'll be back with
Thank
more
you, buddy.
Sports
We'll see
Wrap
you back.
Yes,
right
sir.
after this.